Hello, Kumar. How can I assist you?
Okay, tell me to what extent did the British colonial rule economically exploit India and how significant was the wealth extracted in shaping the UK's prosperity during this period?
The British colonial rule in India was marked by significant economic exploitation, primarily through the extraction of wealth and resources. The British implemented policies that favoured their own economic interests, leading to the depletion of India's wealth. Key aspects include 1. Taxation and revenue extraction. The British imposed heavy taxes on Indian agriculture and trade, often leading to widespread poverty and famine. The revenue generated was used to fund British infrastructure and military expenditures. 2. Resource exploitation. India was rich in resources, including cotton, silk, and spices. The British established a system that prioritized the extraction of these resources for export to Britain, often at the expense of local industries. 3. Deindustrialization. British policies led to the decline of traditional Indian industries, such as textiles, as British goods flooded the market. This shift not only harmed the local economy but also contributed to the prosperity of British manufacturers. 4. Infrastructure development. While the British did invest in infrastructure, such as railways and roads, these developments primarily served the purpose of resource extraction and military movement rather than benefiting the Indian populace. The wealth extracted during this period was significant in shaping the UK's prosperity. It provided the British economy with resources, markets for British goods, and a steady flow of revenue that facilitated industrial growth. Historians estimate that the wealth transferred from India to Britain during the colonial period was in the billions of pounds, contributing to Britain's status as a global economic power. It's a complex and deeply impactful topic. What aspect of colonial history interests you the most?
Please tell me how did Britain colonial policies contribute to the economic decline of India and what was the scale of wealth transferred to the UK during that period?
British colonial policies significantly contributed to the economic decline of India through several key mechanisms. 1. Exploitation of resources. The British focused on extracting raw materials from India, such as cotton, jute, and minerals, to fuel their own industrial revolution. This left little for local consumption and stunted the growth of indigenous industries. 2. Destruction of traditional industries. British policies favoured British manufactured goods, leading to the decline of traditional Indian crafts and industries. For instance, the textile industry suffered greatly as British textiles flooded the Indian market, causing widespread unemployment among artisans. 3. Agricultural policies. The British imposed cash crop cultivation, prioritising crops like indigo and opium over food production. This shift led to food shortages and famines, severely impacting the rural economy and the livelihoods of farmers. 4. Heavy taxation. The colonial administration imposed heavy taxes on agricultural produce and trade, draining wealth from the local economy and exacerbating poverty among the Indian populace. 5. Infrastructure for extraction. While the British did build railways and roads, these were primarily aimed at facilitating the extraction and export of resources rather than improving local economies. This infrastructure often benefited British interests more than Indian citizens. As for the scale of wealth transfer, estimates suggest that between 1757 and 1947, India transferred wealth worth approximately £45 trillion in today's money to Britain. This staggering amount reflects the economic exploitation and resource extraction that characterized British colonial rule. The impact of this wealth transfer was profound, contributing to Britain's industrial growth and global economic dominance while leaving India impoverished. It's a fascinating yet tragic chapter in history. Is there a specific event or policy that you would like to delve deeper into?